like most of the Bay Area, you listen to Fernando and Greg every morning on 99.7 Now. But do you know the real Fernando and Greg? Well, that's what we wondered, so we cornered the guys who revolutionized morning show radio in the Bay Area to see if they really are what they appear to be. I'm Jackie Hollywood, and this is what we discovered.
What makes the show work? Well, of course it's me. I mean, I'm at the control of that Fernando and Greg mothership every single morning. I'm pressing buttons. I'm making sure everybody's in line and we're getting it all done. We're focused on the goal, heading right for the end zone.
I tie it all together. There's a lot of loose ends on the show. Those loose ends being Fernando and Jason. I'm kind of the glue that holds the entire show together.
They'd be running wild like chickens with their heads cut off. It wasn't for me. So I tame the wild beasts, so in a way, I make the show work.
Working with Fernando is sort of like working with a little kid. I mean, you never really know what you're going to get. You could have a poopy diaper one day.
Working with Greg is like babysitting maybe a 5 to 7 year old, maybe even a terrible twos.
Let's just say Greg is a little temperamental. He's like that kind of that old donkey that you would see like in an old movie or something like that, where they got to keep pulling it and they keep loading it down, and you got to keep pulling it and push it, do whatever you got to do to make that donkey move. That's a lot like Greg. He's like an ass.
I can always look for the emotional side of something with Fernando. Not Greg so much. He's more the mean one, but Fernando is really the caring one of the show.
Jason is so strange because he is so regimented. He can't have one thing that doesn't go the right way or he freaks out. So he's a little bit of a freak. Is it strange to anybody else that all of the interns are hot young chicks with huge boobs? That seems strange to me.
Greg thinks he's the star of the show, but actually Fernando pulls a lot more strings than most people give him credit for.
I mean, I get recognized at the Daly City Trader Joe's every time I go. I mean, sometimes I have to do an autograph session. It's amazing. Of course I'm the star of the show.
Are you really asking me that question? Who's the star of the show? I shine like a star. I mean, I think it's pretty well known. Even the people on the texting hotline, that's all they ever do is text, Greg is right, Greg is funny. In fact, today, just today, somebody texted, why isn't it Greg and Fernando? I said, we gotta give him something.
The biggest ego on the show, well, obviously that would be Greg.
Greg has the biggest ego on the show, although I'm not really sure why. I write most of the jokes for Sassy Sports, so...
I have the biggest ego on the show. Of course! When you have the most talent, you've got the most ego. Come on now.
The worst temper on the show, definitely Jason. I mean, anybody whose motto is, I'm not here to make friends, is not going to be the easiest one to get along with.
Fernando has a pretty big temper. I've actually seen him break a couple coffee mugs because there wasn't enough cream in his coffee when an intern brought it for him, and he's broken microphones, and I think I saw him break a bunch of CD jewel cases when the music wasn't right on the show.
I have the worst temper on the show, and you know why? Because I work with boobs and knuckleheads all day long. That's all I do, is deal with people who aren't together. When we recorded this earlier, what did Jackie Hollywood tell me? Fernando wasn't ready to go. Took him 3 hours to record his segment. Took me 5 minutes. That's why I'm always pissed off and yelling at everybody.
Fernando and Greg in the morning would be nothing without me. Those two guys are like wild animals. They need to be tamed. I'm the ringleader. I'm the zookeeper. I keep the cages clean. I keep everybody in line. I'm really the big star here.
I think the Fernando and Greg show should really be called Greg and Company. Because that's really what it is. It's Greg and Company. By the way, have you seen my new watch? Don't you love it? It's Burberry.
I've got to be here for this show every single day. I mean, if not, you'd have Greg talking about the Cowboys and Dolly Parton all morning, and Jason talking about The Simpsons and God knows what else, and Family Guy.
Jackie was like, are you prepared? I was like, I'm always prepared. She's like, well, Fernando wasn't. and then I said, was he doing this? Oh, sorry. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
What makes the show... Let me start again. All right. Morning, I am in there. No, do I need to start again? Oh, no, I had something prepared. Let me get my thoughts together. Greg is a little temperamental. Well, let's see, okay. Why am I also am I southern today?
Really like. It's okay. That is funny.
Get out!
I had no...
I need you to see if there's any eggplant in my teeth.
No.